Pastor Stan Lagore of the Slave Lake Christian Center, second from the right, is all smiles as he and his helpers complete the block laying on the center's church being constructed on the corner of 3rd Avenue North and 2nd Street E. Slave Lake Christian Center was officially dedicated on Sunday in a special service which filled the tabernacle. Reverend George Lagore of High Prairie, brother of the center's pastor, Stan Lagore, cut the ribbon held by 2 young members of the Christian Center congregation to mark the dedication, which was held in memory of the late Reverend David C. Hamelia of Valley View, who helped build the combined church and pastor's residence in 1973. Mayor William Thomas of Slave Lake gave a brief address during the dedication service that the church served as anchors of a community. Reverend C. Yates, Regional Superintendent of the Pentecostal Assemblies of Canada, was the main speaker at the dedication ceremonies. He praised the work of the Lagore family, including the pastor's parents from High Prairie, who helped build the center, and another brother, Bill, from Peace River, whose family provided special music for the service. Pastor Lagore gave special thanks to all those who helped in the construction of the center and gave a brief summary of the events leading up to the establishment of the center and its work.
You took the call over 5 decades ago, a shepherd with a steady hand. You led us through the highs and lows, always pointing to the Lamb. Revival fire filled the room. Your glory, Lord, was all he sought. A faithful heart poured out in love, a life that lived the word he taught. God's presence filled the sanctuary. His Spirit led the way. Well done, faithful servant. Well done, well done, well done, faithful servant, well done, faithful servant. You ran your race so well, Jesus, whom you lifted high, now welcomes you to dwell. Your legacy is worship, your heartbeat was his word. Well done, faithful servant, all glory to the Lord. The altar's filled with hungry hearts. Your Spirit touched both the young and old. He prayed for healing, lifted hope, watched countless testimonies unfold. And when your presence swept the room, he could not stand beneath its weight. A humble man before his God, surrendered fully to your grace. God's presence filled the sanctuary. His Spirit led the way. Well done, faithful servant. Well done, faithful servant.
Now heaven holds your final song, a worship you once tasted here.
And though our hearts are marked with grief, we feel God's presence drawing near.
Your life declared His faithfulness, your joy proclaimed His endless grace. We'll meet again in glory's light, where you now see Him face to face. Well done, well done, faithful
Bride adored for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and He who dwells with them. And they shall be His people, and God Himself will be with them, and be their God. And God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There shall be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying. There shall be no more pain, for the former things have passed away. Then He who sat on the throne, behold, I make all things new, said to me, Write these words. And He said, It is done. I am we sang a song, I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I'll give the fountain of water of life freely to him who thirsts.
faithful servant, all glory to the Lord. Well done, faithful servant. Well done, well done, well done, faithful servant. Well done.
So these dear folks have served the Lord in ministry for 50 years, and I just want to tell you a little bit of a bio of both of these couples, and so that you can know them a little bit better. But Stan graduated from NBC, which is now Vanguard, in 1970, and that's where he and Sharon met, in Barnard College. And she is also a graduate of NBC. And they were married in August 1970, and they started their ministry immediately. And they met actually in the Legion Hall in Slave Lake on Sunday mornings. And before they could meet on Sunday mornings to have their praise gathering, they had to clean the place up from the festivities of the night before. So that's quite a task. And then as soon as they completed that, then Stan would get in his vehicle and drive around the community and pick up kids for Sunday school. These are our pioneers, folks. They knew what ministry meant. Yeah. And we'll clap for them in a moment. But you can clap the whole way through if you want, because they're worthy of it. So they built the church, the actual building in Slave Lake while they were there. And they were actually both bivocational at the time, working to supplement their income and stay alive. But the church was dedicated in 1975 as Slave Lake Christian Center. And then in 1976, they moved to Edmonton, and they came to lead the ministry at Highway Chapel, which later became Highway Christian Center, which now is known as Kingdom Way Church in Edmonton. Now, here's a good figure. After 37 years, Stan decided he was going to retire in May 2013. But you know that pastors never retire. Not completely. And Stan is currently the seniors pastor at Kingdom Way. And so tonight we honor Stan and Sharon as our colleagues and as faithful servants of the Lord Jesus Christ. And she lifted here for you tonight. So the Lord bless you. We'll pray for you tonight. Yeah, go your. Honor these people down here, and rightfully we should. They're wonderful, wonderful servants of the Lord Jesus Christ. But let me tell you, there's a day when there's even going to be a greater honor. And they're going to stand in the presence of Jesus, and Jesus is going to say, "Well done, good and faithful servants."
Well done, well done, faithful servant. Well done, well done, well done, faithful servant. Well done, faithful servant. You ran your race so well, Jesus, whom you lifted high, now welcomes you to dwell. Your legacy is worship. Your heartbeat was His word. Well done, faithful servant. All glory to the Lord. Well done, faithful servant. Well done, well done, well done, faithful servant.